fence, either in the Lord or you're out. The Lord either in or you're out. Ain't no straddling the fence, either in or you're out. Ain't no straddling the fence, either in or you're out. Ain't no straddling the fence, either in the Lord or you're out.
All right, hallelujah. All right, Shabbat Shalom, Meshpaka. All praise the Most High, Yahuwah, His only begotten Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Coming to y'all through that Ruach HaKodesh. We tuned in to these Babylon streets. We come to y'all on today, this Shabbat. So Shabbat Shalom. Whenever you catch this message, we are atoning for our kata, our sins. We're in atonement. So, Ak, you got any of the current events to pull up for? We know that it was a lot going on in the news, dealing with a whole lot of. We were speaking about the
lockdown.
The lockdown. Yeah, you want to speak on that to him when you get it?
Just made mention to us yesterday that there was a government lockdown. Let's see. Government lockdown 2025.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're talking about.
So this is 6 hours ago, but it was a shutdown. This is from ABC News. Vice President J.D. Vance, while speaking at a White House press briefing, said that he does not think the government shutdown will be long. So that's what they're going to tell you.
And breaking tonight, the clock says just after midnight, the shutdown has begun. Democrats refusing to back a Republican plan to fund the government before the midnight deadline. Leaders on the right say it is all political theater.
This is a temper tantrum of Chuck Schumer and the Democrats saying, we hate Donald Trump.
We'll talk about that with the panel in moments, but first to Chad Pergram, the senior congressional correspondent. He's live for us on Capitol Hill with the very latest. Chad.
Trace, hey there. Well, consider what a government shutdown does. Government programs have just ceased a couple of moments ago because they don't have any direction or funding from Congress. And that's why President Trump today indicated that he might take great latitude in terms of programs and agencies and even employees that he might cut. He says maybe things that are important to Democrats. And that's why some Democrats have started to rethink their strategy. The story of the evening, Trace, is that you had a test vote in the Senate earlier tonight to fund the government through the 21st of November. And there were 3 Democrats who sided with the Republicans. John Fetterman, the Democrat from Pennsylvania. You had Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada, and also Angus King, the independent from Maine, who voted with the Republicans to keep the government open. And so that ice is starting to break just a little bit on the Democratic side of the aisle. They will have another test vote tomorrow. We'll see if that makes any difference. The House of Representatives is not in session, so it's up to the Senate to align with the House the bill that the House of Representatives passed just about a week and a half ago. Otherwise, the government's going to be shut down for several days, if not much longer. There is Yom Kippur tomorrow night, so there will be no votes in the Senate Wednesday night, sundown to Thursday night, sundown. And that's why some people are bracing for the first shutdown since 2019. Trace?
Chad Pergram live for us on Capitol Hill. Chad, if for some reason they come back in and vote, flag us and we'll bring you
They're
back.
done.
Thank
That's
you.
not going to happen. They're done. They're done.
That's easy.
Till tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews.
They said they need a day off too.
They say, hey, there's the busy coming up. So now we need to see who in the Senate that's claimed to be Israel.
It might have something to do with it.
So we need to look into that. We'll have that for y'all the next Shabbat. We're gonna write a note on that. Write this on the board, huh?
All right. What's going on? I wasn't expecting them to say that, So yeah. Huh. So yeah, we're in the middle of atonement. And coming towards the end of it, really.
Mm-hmm. They don't talk about that, but we know that a bunch of Israelis live over here and have their hand in everything over here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be something. That'd be something to look up and get into. Well, it may not even be next Shabbat because we'll be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. So but we're gonna get that to y'all as soon as we get it though. But y'all may have it before we do, or we make a post about it. But we're gonna run back to that later on.
Okay. Well, yeah, all praises for that current event, and I don't know if we really need to go into it, but we could just speak on the mass shootings. You know, it's been mass shooting after mass shooting.
Yeah, the current one.
I don't know about hardly none of them. I just know that they've been taking place. The one that I know about is the one that happened here with the car, the weekend of the car show. That's the only one I know about.
That was Twister was in town.
Oh, here?
He was in town. That's where he was at because I ended up running past the post that he was coming in on that weekend. And that was the weekend he was at. It was that All-Star club right there at 56 in Georgetown. And then we could say it was a separate incident over there off of Eagle Creek Parkway where the other couple people were shot and maybe one or two died from that. But the one that's hitting the news for real was the one up in Detroit or somewhere in Michigan where dude drove his car to the front door of the church, killed some folks and let off some rounds, and I think he ended up killing himself too. So
was it something else in Colorado or something?
The Colorado, that was the same day as a boy that what's his name? The Kirk kid.
So yeah,
that was the same day. It was just hours apart from each other. Got that gas leak or explosion over there in New York.
Took the whole building out.
Took that whole corner of that building out. And a couple people's apartments. So the whole apartment for real, because they're gonna probably deem the whole apartment to be unsafe to live in. So it looked like there was a lot of floors, a lot of people in there. So things is amping up, especially always around the feast days. A lot of times around the Feast of Tabernacles, where a lot of things start to happen. So just keep out, be on the lookout for certain things. Also, before we start, all them bodies being found down there in Houston Bayou. A lot of bodies being found down there, and they keep floating to the surface, or they keep floating to where these investigators are. But all the bodies of missing people that's coming out missing down in Dallas, I believe, or not Dallas, in Houston. I think the latest one was a young female that they deemed as missing, and then like a day or so later, her body floats up in that same bayou. So get out your phones when y'all out there on them streets, and be sober, so you know, so you're aware of your surroundings and whatnot, and y'all can make your home safe back to y'all people. But that's all I got for right now, Hebrew.
All praises. All praises to the Most High. Well, you know, like Aki said, it's a whole lot going on in the world. Everything amping up, especially around the times of the feast days, the appointed times, and especially even like on a personal level when it's not even necessarily like a time of a feast. Things always amp up when you about to get delivered from something, or when you is about to really elevate. That's when Hashatan and the forces darkness seem to really attack you, you know, and that's just a spiritual law. Like it's just gonna happen like that, and then it make people want to give up. But that's not the time to give up. That's the time to actually go harder. So just always keep that in mind when you're going through personal things in your own life, and that's why the important times are so important. So that's why we titled this one the Feast of the Fast, because um, you know, we talk about keeping the feast days all the time. I know for those who's new to this, or even for those who's in this, you know, we always talk about the feast, but it's really the Moedim, which deal with the Moed deal with appointments, and actually deal with the Shamayim and the clock in the sky, like the Most High then gave us. So this is dealing with you know, timing and appointments. So this is an appointment, and you go to the doctor for different checkups. You go to the dentist for a dental checkup. You wouldn't go to the dentist for a mammogram. You see what I'm saying? That's not the appointment that you made. You got a dental appointment. You wouldn't go to the foot doctor for a colonoscopy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the appointment that's set. So each appointed time have a certain purpose to reverence in the ruach, in the spiritual realm. This they're calling it a feast, but it's really an appointed time because it's the feast of the fast. Because you ain't eating nothing but this word.
You want to? I don't know. You know, I ain't read your notes. Do you have Matthew 4 on there?
No.
Read Matthew 4 1 through 11.
All right.
And this is when the Messiah was trying to be tempted by the devil.
All right. This is the book of that's a good script right there. This is Matthew chapter 4 at verse 1. It says, when Yahushua led up of the Ruach into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, and when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards in hunger. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Elohim, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Elohim. Then the devil taketh him up into the set apart city, and sitteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the son of Elohim, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his malachim, or his angels, charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahushua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt Yahuwah thy Elohim. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. So, man, Hashatana steady trying to get you to
Steady pressuring them, huh?
pressuring him.
You hear this, Trey? That you hear that the devil, Hashatan, Satan, is pressuring the Messiah to do this, to do this one good work to prove that he is who he say he is. Right? Now, we all know that the devil knows the script more than anybody, better than anybody down here on this earth. So he knows who he's talking to. He's not talking to nobody who just now got into the truth. He's not talking to someone who's trying to get a record deal.
Mm-hmm.
He know who he's talking to. And then we hear what the Messiah is saying. He hitting them with the script. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 8, he said, Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship Yahuwah thy Elohim, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, Malachim came and ministered unto him. So yeah, Khan Og, and up here at verse 3, it say, And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the son of Elohim, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahuwah. So all praises to the Most High, because it's showing you right there, it ain't just all about food.
Huh?
It ain't just all about food.
Huh?
It ain't just all about food. It ain't even mostly about food. Look at
We got so many. There's so many scripts and stories about people being tempted.
mm-hmm,
Let's all remember that Satan can't do anything without permission. As you see in Job, where the Most High asked him, "Where is he coming from?"
mm-hmm.
He tell him traveling to and from.
You hear me?
Huh? And then what you want? You want to test my servant Job?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can test him, but you can't kill him.
He gave him that limitation.
Yeah. And then that didn't work, so he came back to him a second time.
Yup.
But we see here with the Messiah, he stayed with him and showed him different things, like the Messiah ain't seen these things. Oh.
Yeah.
So
He tried to be slick.
it don't matter who it is, Trey. If someone tell you to do, somebody tell you go rob a store, they're gonna give you 50 out of the $100. What are you gonna tell them? No. Thou shalt not steal. Hit them with the commandment. Thou shalt not steal. And then walk away. Drop the mic and walk away.
Mm. So that brought something else to my mind too. You know, we could jump over here Matthew 17 real quick since we there.
Okay. Let me get my order out.
Okay.
Matthew 17.
Yep, at about 14. Matthew 17 at 14. This ain't even the notes, but we here. You hear me?
Yeah.
All praises.
17, 14.
Yup.
Very good, little bit hot. People moving slow today, or the Wi-Fi moving slow today. Okay.
All right. Matthew 17 and 14.
ain't paying attention back there, son.
Okay, so you know, just goes with what we're speaking about because we're talking about atoning for our sins. We're talking about fasting. It say this, and when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man kneeling down to him and saying, Master, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic. He's crazy and sore vexed. For oftentimes he falleth into the fire and often into the water. He got a demon on him that is trying to kill him to make you fall into the fire so you could burn up, or fall into the water you could drown. So he probably all burnt up and scarred up,
You got scar, burnt marks, scar marks.
just gone. The demons that's inside of us is devils and trying to kill us. So
Minions.
minions. So they got a purpose of destruction for you. And you know, we just think everybody human, but it's not for your betterment that these demons, they're parasites, they're spiritual parasites. You got physical parasites, and then you got spiritual parasites. The spiritual parasites is these entities.
People open up them gateways, them eye gates, them souls to these beings.
Mm.
And me myself, because we always got to start with what's at home first. Even myself, with some endeavors that are pleasing to the eyes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all spirits that we gotta restrain, get away from, and get back to the fruits of the spirit and not the works of the flesh. Go ahead, huh?
At verse 16, it says, and I brought him to thy disciples. So they were smart enough to say, so it says the certain man here, right? He coming pleading to him. He's smart enough to say, man, look, I brought my son to your disciples and they could not cure him.
It's too much. It's too strong.
He's like, man, you know, I know they roll with you. They got your label on them. You know, that's like you the doctor and I work in your office and I come up to one of your employees, hey man, can you heal him? I know you work with the good doctor. Verse 17, then Yahushua answered and said, oh, faithless and perverse generation. I mean, that got a cut.
Yeah.
That's how it came out. And he like, man, you brought your son, you faithless and you just perverse.
They spirit's not strong. They faith not strong. Yeah, we got faith that the Most High say is who we say is, because we ain't seen him, we ain't heard him. We ain't heard him like they heard him back in the day.
We got the faith.
But we got the faith. But when this trial or tribulation comes, it'll be too strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to deal with it. I just want somebody else to deal with it, so I go on about my day.
Yeah, I want to get back comfortable.
It's tiring, huh?
Yeah.
It's tiring. There's a lot.
That's what they're not gonna tell you about coming into the truth, right?
It's tiring.
But see, people on the outside, man, really, this is the thing too.
Talk to them.
Everybody really know the truth deep down inside.
Yeah, because they didn't need to. What is that? They need to hear it, seen it, or you heard it from somewhere.
And I think even your Ruach, man, I think your Ruach just know though. Like you might not, your mind and your physical.
You gotta tell the people like we talk to these Babylon.
Oh, okay.
What's the Ruach?
The Ruach is your spirit. The Ruach is
intuition. You know,
okay, your intuition. Yeah, intuition. Okay, so the intuition is basically without somebody even having to tell you, you already know it. You see what I'm saying? You already can feel it. Like everybody born knowing that if I kill somebody, that's not gonna fly, right? Or your first time stealing something, you did it on a low. Didn't nobody have to tell you about that. You just did it you snuck it and stole it. You didn't just go up and just you know what I mean? You weren't bold with it. So you already know deep down inside. It's just you might not know the specifics, you know, but you know the overall general. You know that there's a creator. You may not know his name like that. You know that there are certain things you don't do to other people in the community. You just may not know that was in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So we all we know deep down inside, but it's these spiritual laws that's going on. And like Aki said, when you open up them gates, now you let these demons in. But look, he brought his son to the employees of Yahushua and was like, man, they can't even heal him. They couldn't cast him out. It say in verse 20. It say at verse 17. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you or allow you? Bring him hither to me. Bring him right here to me. And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. So Yahushua came and spoke on it, and man, it moved. It had no choice but to get up out of there. When the disciples tried, man, he probably just made that devil mad. He probably went and threw him into the wall or into some water or a fire or something. It says, then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. That's what it come down to their unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. So if you got faith, you can do anything. You can do anything that's lawful. We'll put it like that. And then it say this right here. It say, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. That's the only way you can get that up off you. Prayer and fasting. All right. In the Greek, it is fasting, a voluntary, as it says, a voluntary as religious exercise of private fasting, the public fast as prescribed by Mosaic law and kept yearly on the great day of atonement. Okay, the 10th of the month of Tishri. Month of Tishri comprised a part of our September and October. The fast accordingly occurred in the autumn when navigation was usually dangerous on account of storm. A fasting caused by want or poverty. And in the Greek, that is G3521. G3521. Now in the
Strong's G 3521. Nastaya.
Mestaya. In the Hebrew, I know one word for fast is sum. I believe it's like the sadiq, which is like a man laying on his side. The wall, which is like a tent peg or something, and the mem, which is water. So I'll try to pull it up here too. But basically the idea behind that is a man on the hunt for water. Let me see. Let's see if we can find it in the Hebrew. And let's see. this word fast. So here is an example. And if you want to go to 1 Kings 21 and 8.
What are you doing?
1 King 21 and 8 and 9. It says, so she wrote letters to Ahab's name in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling in Naboth. And she wrote in the letters saying, proclaim a fast and set Naboth on high among the people. So this word is in verse 9. It's gonna be this word H6685 soon, and they say fasting, and they're not giving you much there, but that's all they say is fasting. If you get the root word, which is the same character, you see where it say root at?
Which one?
Fasting. Yep, fast. Soon, and then the root word is the same letters. It's that soon. It say to abstain from food, fast, and let me see what I do something like that.
Strong's H6685. Psalm.
So
So I'm trying to find it in the ancient too. But I can't find it. So I ain't gonna worry about it right now. But basically the idea in the pictographs is the that first letter on the left, the first character being the side, or being like a man on his side is what they say. A man on his side, and then basically in the middle is the wall, and on the other side is the mem. So it's like a man searching for water. That's how they're getting the idea of fasting. Searching for nourishment. So if you are disconnecting yourself from nourishment, you are afflicting your soul. So I'm gonna jump into it now. Over here, let's start at Isaiah 58, and it's the same word here too. Isaiah chapter 58. We can just start at verse 1 for real. Isaiah 58 at verse 1. It reads, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways. So, man, we sinning, but we still sit up here and say, man, we want to be set apart. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to do right, but everybody want to claim righteousness. as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinances of their Elohim. So it's like they sit up here and act like they don't forsake Yahuwah, but really, man, not living right. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to Elohim. He's like, man, I don't even know how y'all taking delight in approaching me, and y'all ain't even worthy or clean. Wherefore have we fasted, say they. So it says, wherefore have we fasted, and that's that word soon. Say they. That's what they say. And thou seest not. You don't see us down here fasting? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul? Because you are afflicting your soul is your personal being. Right. Your soul can even be your body. That's why they're like, well, how many souls was with him when he came down off the mountain? Or he had this many souls with him. Saying that many people. You're not if that's what the word is for soul. We have afflicted our soul, nefesh, soul, and this is a H5315, soul, self, life, creature, person, appetite, mind, living being, desire, emotion, passion. We afflicting these things. That which breathes, the breathing substance or being, soul, the inner being of man. So it could mean all of these, but in context, right? I mean, all of this is getting afflicted when you fasting. So then it just kind of repeats those. But so there's different words for soul in the Bible, but this is nefesh. So this is talking about afflicting your flesh, just afflicting your whole being, starving it. It says, behold, ye fast for, oh, wait a minute, I got to finish verse 3. He said, wherefore have we fasted, they say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge. So they like, man, you don't even notice what we down here going through. Behold, in the day of your fasting, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labors. So y'all never even stopped doing what y'all wanted to do. He said, this is a no work day. This is a no work day. Cause you got your business up and popping. You probably didn't want to not, you probably want to go ahead and go to work and get that little money. You know what I'm saying? But this is a no work day. I need you to focus on me all day, because man shall not live off of bread alone, but on every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. So that's what you need to be taking in today. What's one day out of the year? What's one day out of the year for that? We got the rest of the year to do your thing. It's a few feast days here that you commanded to gather. You got the Shabbat and things like that, but you got and you don't even got fast on the Shabbat. You just need to be prepared.
Yeah. Prepare, rest. Don't do no solo out work. And get into the work.
Get into the word. That's every Shabbat. This Shabbat, he's saying, just don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, afflict your soul, just stay your mind stayed on me. And folks is like, man, I don't know how y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna be all right.
You'll be all right.
Yahushua did it for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
We just gotta do it for one. So, he even know how to deal with us. This is our creator. He created the body. He created the program that the body runs off. So who better to trust in what we'll be able to do than the creator of it? And keep it 100, we'll be better off if we fasted more often, because these ailments will be coming off of us.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our infirmities or our illnesses is from overeating or eating the wrong stuff, not giving our system a chance to have a break. You know what I mean?
Working Working overtime.
It's working overtime. I mean, even a regular, you know, we call it soul food, but the soul food meal, I mean, we do it so good,
Do it so good.
do it so good. But you know, you can tell when man is loved by his woman, because that's when he start putting that weight on. If he's out there single, boy, you out there, you feel me? Out there chiseled up. But you know, definitely in like a loving relationship, or if you're in a family setting, food is always around. It's always on the table. It's where we're going out to eat. Oh, you know, family coming in town. Oh, family in town. We're gonna go eat. Don't nobody say, hey, we're gonna go to the track and hit some miles.
Sorry.
That's not a group activity everybody doing. Ain't nobody saying, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some families sit around and hit the scriptures, but I don't see most, if it ain't Sunday at the church, most folks ain't really just sitting around reading scriptures like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but if you was to fast more, you would have less ailments on our body. But man, he just asked for 1 day out the year. I don't think that's too much. I don't think that's too much. But they're sitting,
It's not too much because he says that his commandments are not
grievous.
So, in 1 day out of the whole year that you're commanded to go 1 day, 12 hours, to not eat or drink anything, relax and reflect on what's going on, what's at hand. If you can't do that, then you're not fitted for the kingdom. So you know your heart. So a lot of folks out here with different type of illness and whatnot. You prepare for it before it gets to the time that it comes to the Day of Atonement.
Mm-hmm.
You be cool. You know what I'm saying? You pray and ask Most High to heal you so that you can participate
Mm-hmm.
as long as you can for the feast or for the fasting. Then do that. But we gotta prepare
You got prepared.
in order to receive that type of blessing.
I went ahead and when the month of September came in, you know, amongst other reasons, but I said, you know, what better time than now to go ahead and start getting my mind right for this, because it could be a hard day if you just used to eating whatever. But I said, man, no meat, no bread. I just did the veggies and the fruits for the whole Gregorian month of September. And you know, I mean, my stomach rumbling right now. You still get hungry and things like that. And plus, ain't no water today. So, you know, that's a little different because I was able to drink as much you know, liquid and water as I wanted. But you know, it's cool though. You know, you're gonna make it. Your stomach gonna growl. You might get a little weak. But
Sleep.
yeah, go to sleep. It's a rest day.
Yeah.
But you know, always commanded to you know, do this. Afflict your soul. We gathering, bringing forth the word and letting the Ruach just resonate with us. And we're gonna be all right, you know. And what these appointed times do as well is they kind of show you where you at, you know, like your midterm grades, because everybody gotta have a check-in, you know what I mean? You know, you go to work and then you got your 6-month review, 90-day review, and they say, hey man, you know, this is what I think you're at, this is what you can work on. And that's what the appointed times also show you. That's what Shabbat show you every week. Am I as prepared as I think I am? That's what this fast show you. Dang, I'm really that addicted to food. I'm really that addicted to whatever my vice is that I can't even give it up for 24 hours.
Man. And then it can be what is it called? A time point. Look at yourself from last year and how you did it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Did you change anything? Last year I worked and I chewed gum all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This year I took off. Ain't drunk anything.
Yeah.
There's some things I can still fix to make this day a lot better. Absolutely. Yeah. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. I was at home.
I was at home.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So keep on pushing. As long as Most High got breath in your body and you're able to move on your own free will, and you can do it.
Yep.
Perfect it. Get better for next year.
And these type of things is going to strengthen you for other areas in your life, you know, because then when the married man is left alone when this strange woman want to push up on him. He's like, man, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already built up in affliction. You know, when a youngster is pressured to do the drugs or get involved in the gang or whatever, run the streets, man, I ain't about to go there with y'all because I'm already like I done harder things than this. I done things to myself that's harder in affliction by denying myself that's easier than running with you for some temporary pleasure. And this will fortify you up. So back at verse 3, he said, wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, our nefesh, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of our fast, or soon, ye find pleasure. And he's talking about this specific day. That's what he's talking about when he said the day of your fast. He's talking about this specific day. Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labor. So y'all doing everything that y'all want to do. Y'all out here doing everything, and you finding pleasure in it. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day to make your voice to be on high. Is it to be heard on high? Is it such a fast that I have chosen? Is this the fast that I have chosen? A day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day of Yahuwah? Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness. See, this fast loosens the bands of wickedness. Okay? This atones, it's like a reset to undo the heavy burdens and to let the oppressed go free. You're oppressed by sin. And that ye break every yoke. This is the fast that's going to break them yokes off you. Is it not to delay thy bread to the hungry, or to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh? Okay. It says, then, so once you start doing that, it says, verse 8, then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of Yahuwah shall be thy reward. So, this fast is to break the yokes off of us, to say, hey, man, if we had any art with a brother or anything like that, like, man, you can't be fasting with that mindset, right? I can't flick my soul and got a grudge against my brother and my sister. Yeah.
So this is what I was telling you earlier, right? You have to ask for forgiveness for somebody who you have offended, and it's not up to that person to forgive you or not to forgive you. You doing it because it's commanded for you to do. Because you can't be around feast days. You can't be around no Hebrews with feast days if you still got an art with your brother. If something happened in January, this is in October, you didn't went 6-7 months without rectifying the issue. Especially if you went in the order of the council with the assembly, with the witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what we have to do in order to be in good standards with the Most High. We're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it to please the Most High. We're doing it to gain that brother or that sister who we may have offended that may have went off. Or you may have went off. But we have to check ourselves at the door and make sure things get right, because tomorrow, the next second is not promised. You understand?
Straight up. So, you know, that's that right there because you gotta prepare yourself to come to Yahuwah. Like, and how we treat each other, everything that really happens to us. I know we get mad, and I'm not justifying the stuff that people do to us or that we do to other people sometimes. But everything that happens to us is a reflection of the feelings of Yahuwah. At some point in time, he gonna let you feel how he feel. You know, she cheated on you, man. That's crushing, ain't it? How you think the Most High feels when he the one that gave you life and gave you everything that you use and possess, and you go and deal with other deities, where you prioritize other things, tangible things or temporary things over him. So that's
Put that phone up. I put that phone up on the camera because that's the main thing that got a lot of these people, including myself, in a little chokehold when I got some free time
you on this.
on the phone.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Free time.
Scrolling. You know
Just
what I'm saying?
scrolling. Just scrolling.
And then you may be doing like me. I do a little bit of both. I put some righteous stuff out there, but then I also put something out there that I deem is funny that other people don't deem is funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So our phones and our devices get us in trouble because we're making that precedent over the Most High. Well, we got the game system. We got our cars, the clothes, the shoes.
Your TV show.
Anything that you put over the Most High is a God to you.
Man, I be really tripping on the TV show. Like, you know, I like a good movie or whatever every now and then. But man, it's some gurus with the entertainment. Whoa, they be knowing like all the shows, all the characters, and then like the movies, it'll be like they say the quotes from it, and then look at you like you crazy. They be like, you know what I'm saying?
And they just take your over average sports fan that know dates.
Oh man, hey, I know a couple of them. I know a couple of them.
Like Ernie Smith ain't played too much basketball in his life.
That's his whole job, though.
But he can break down, tell you something that happened in 1940.
Yeah.
He can tell you the day when they started keeping records.
Yeah.
Of points and everything.
Oh, this is when they put the 3-point into effect.
Yeah, they out there all day, all night, writing notes.
That's crazy.
Just imagine if he's a scholar in the sports, and then he comes to be a scholar in the script and taking detailed notes like that.
He'll be like Shaul.
Huh?
You know what I mean? Off the top of the head. And that's exactly what it is what is you using your talents for? Because the Most High wants you to use your talents for him.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, doing this music, I told you, you know, I'm with the DJ all day, stuff like that. And it's like, you know, we got a different set of artists and set of music that we even listening to, because the whole purpose is because you know, I can spin that worldly stuff. Oh, don't get it twisted. You want to I can have that club jumping, you hear me? But that's the whole purpose, is it's already jumping, and it's still the mass shootings going on. It's still the highest STD rate in the community. It's still, you know what I'm saying? It's still all this. So what is you using your talents for? You know, the gift of gab. We just out here talking, chopping it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we're doing. We just out here chopping it up, reading scriptures. But other folks with their platform got, you know, juicy like topics, right? Get on these relationship topics, you going viral. Get on the gossip, you know, the tea type, you know, who did what, who said what, you'll go viral. So bashing women,
bashing me,
you going viral
automatically. But nobody's going viral for breaking down the script unless you misquote the script, like that one black pastor, the young dude, hip hop pastor.
I can't think of his name, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah. We rolling.
Yeah.
We rolling into the kingdom riding on horses.
Yeah.
He come back for you. Nah,
It's a mockery.
You making them good. You making a
He
mockery.
got the gift of gab. He got the gift. It's just what if he would have used it for righteousness? Because and don't get it twisted, like you ain't ran into someone who's telling you a Hebrew Israelite or telling you, you know, hey man, Sunday ain't the Sabbath. You know what I mean?
Show videos all day
Yeah,
with the Pope saying that they changed, Catholics saying that they changed.
yeah,
But guess what? Okay, still going to church on Sunday.
yeah.
We still eating the swine's flesh. We still keeping these holidays.
Still,
We still gonna do what we want to do, but we love God.
it don't work like
We
that.
love Jesus.
It don't work like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So no, it's a good convo. You know, just it bring a lot to your mind. Really, is what I'm sitting here thinking.
Yeah.
It really do bring a lot to your mind, and it just show us that, just like you said, you know, Yahuwah just said it. You know, like just don't try to sit up here and treat me any kind of way you think I want to be treated and think I gotta accept that. They even going just like personal relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like man, I say this all the time. We go out here in this world and we go to the gas station, we go to the bank, we go to work, we go to the restaurant, you know what I mean? And we be like oh hey, how you doing? Da da da. Complete strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. You know, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And don't know how to treat the people in our own everyday life.
Yeah. Let's talk about the A-Rab. When you go to the gas station
Mm-hmm.
and you go in there and you wear your fringes or you wear a good neck piece, good necklace.
Yeah.
They gonna say what's up. They're gonna say what's up, brother.
Yeah.
What's up, my friend?
Yeah.
Hey, every day I'm 30th to Shayla, and every time I go to work,
Yeah.
if I don't get my my water,
Uh-huh.
if I get something else, no waters today, no Fagos.
They know you.
Yeah. Sometimes I go to work with my uniform on. Sometimes I go in there with my fringes on,
Okay.
and they know. And he'll check on me. Doing okay today with your shift?
Yeah.
Being polite. But the same way that I treat him, I got to treat the same other brothers that way.
That part.
I'm pretty sure he know the truth. He know what the fringes are.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sure he know a lot more than the average brother and sister that come into their school.
And if he didn't, best believe he looked them up.
He looked them up. Now, some of the young folks you gotta be questionable with because some of them don't know because they've been over here. But the old heads,
they
they know. And then next thing you know, you start getting perks.
Yeah.
Perks out the wazoo, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He good.
Yeah.
Give me next time. They be telling you like that. Yeah, you should give me next time.
Next time come.
Yeah. They want to barack you.
Yeah. I done got a few things from them and from Blue Sharks on 38.
Oh yeah.
But hey, this is how you have to be with your people.
Yeah.
You have to build with your people, just like the Mexicans and the Haitians and everybody else. It's about their nation.
And just because somebody got a stern look, don't count them out as being, because man, you get messed up for people having looks on their face, right? Our people might look kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we done been through some things. Some people just been through some things. Some people is really that. They are hard. But even with that, man, I don't really have too many problems with people out here, really, because, like, I treat pretty much everybody the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, it's different lingo in the city, so it's like, who you kind of, what demographic you dealing with. I hold the door for the youngster probably look like he just like, I mean, you can't judge, but just by appearance, he look like he just got off the block. Still gonna hold the door for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or if he hold the door for me, hey, right on.
Yeah, because you want somebody to do that for you.
For you. You know what I mean? I try to hold the door for the women especially, just to show them like, hey, look, this is how men in the community ought to be looking out. Oh, you need help with that, ma'am? You know what I'm saying? We can still do that. But it's like, you know who you can talk to, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
right on. What they gonna say back? Yup. You know, but that's polite in the nap town. That's how.
Yeah.
That's polite. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You be like right on. Be like,
And we
yup.
take it a step further. Brother, open the door for us. I appreciate you, Hebrew.
And then they, Hebrew.
Yeah, thank. Then they question Hebrew. Now you done drop some seeds on them. Now you gonna try to look it up.
Yeah.
You know what
Why
I'm
you
saying?
call me Hebrew?
Or he may approach you.
Yeah.
All right. This is why, I don't do it too much now, but I gotta get back to it. When I was wearing a chain. The
Yeah.
necklace. Oh man, that's a good necklace. Where'd you get it from? Chose to see it up in Detroit. Man, how can I get one? I said, you're not ready for these yet. You gotta put in a little bit of work.
Okay. Yeah.
How I put in some work? You gotta keep these laws,
Statutes
statutes,
and
and commandments.
commandment.
What is that? All right. Remember your mama told you can't steal, can't murder. Yeah, 10 commandments in your Bible. This is how you find it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had a couple folks come back at me out.
Okay. Hey, I'm ready for a change.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And then I either gave them one or I told them how to get one.
Yeah.
So I
That's how you plant some seeds.
drop some seeds somewhere or have attention getter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why, a lot of folks is like, man, you don't gotta wear no fringes. But I done met so many bros just by the fringes,
Mm-hmm.
Some
good ones, some bad ones.
Yep. But you met them.
You met them?
And it's just better to follow these commandments than it is not to, So, man, we ain't gonna keep them too much longer, but I'll jump into it. Let's do this. Let's jump into it over here at, cause I might come back.
Okay, cool. You come back with it.
So I'm gonna hit Leviticus 23, and then we'll come back and but we definitely want to hit Leviticus 23, and then want to hit Hebrews 10. So let's go Leviticus 23. But all praises, man. 23 and really 23. Yeah. 23 and 26. Yeah. So we just came out, and for anybody, and this is a good, like Aki said, he just take them to the 10 Commandments. You don't gotta get so deep. The best thing to do is really be simple. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The best thing to do is simplify everything, because real quick, let's go Leviticus chapter 11 real quick. Leviticus chapter 11 real quick. Simplify. Yep. So we talking about our appetite. You know what I mean? And we know what got man in trouble in the first place. It was his appetite. You see what I'm saying? He ate of the fruit from his rib that he was commanded not to. So your appetite play a big factor in your health, spiritual and physical. It say this, and Yahuwah spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Yasharal, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. So we're talking about keeping the commandments. And he's telling you that this is what you can eat. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud. So the camel does chew the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean to you. So these are the stipulations. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you. and the hair, like a little rabbit, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you, and the swine.
Mhm.
Though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, so he got them attributes that the other ones don't got. Yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. And then he said, or of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. Then he goes into the waters and things like that. But I'm not gonna go into all of that. But we want to look at the animals that he told us are clean. He said they chew at the cud. Let's see what the cud is. The cud is Gerah. Gerah. Or Garah. And it just says cud. And it says rumination, the food which ruminating animals bring up to chew, the cud. So the rumination is that coming back up from their belly. Like they belching it back up and reprocessing it like a cow. You see him always just sitting there. And then it's like he's been sitting there chewing on that for an hour. He's been ruminating it. It's been coming up. He's breaking it down.
Yeah. Then I think it's a cow or the one animals that we can eat, like a cow.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they got like 3 stomachs that they purify their food in,
Mm-hmm.
and then they come out how it come out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, certain animals have the attributes of the clean animal, but they don't have the organs of the clean animal, which makes them unclean. We already know pig don't have a sweat gland.
You don't have no sweat gland. And see, these animals that we was told to eat, they're cloven footed and cheweth the cud. That's the stipulations among the beasts that shall ye eat. So what I do know is like a horse or a camel, it said they're not cloven footed, right? So their feet, that's why they always putting them horseshoes on them.
Yeah.
Their feet are susceptible to getting disease in them.
Yeah, they flat footed.
Mm.
Horses gotta get the horseshoes on to elevate them up, and then gotta.
Yup.
The videos be watching how they clean the horse.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
And you know, so they're unclean to you, but they're susceptible to a lot of like infections and things like that through their feet. Now with the pig, but just think, you know, we've all heard the saying, you are what you eat. You know what I mean? So you are what you eat. Look at the attributes of the pig, the swine, and look at the attributes of the sea creatures that's bottom feeders. They are bottom feeders. You know what I mean? That's an insult if you tell somebody that. But you eat that. You are what you eat. So you're a bottom feeder. Man, something that eat the boo-boo. You eat the boo-boo. You see what I'm saying? They eat a swine will eat a dead swine. If a pig was to fall over dead in there, they'll eat it. They don't care. They'll eat anything. And so if you take this into a spiritual mindset, what he's telling us is be like the cow that cheweth the cud. Be like the deer that cheweth the cud. Don't be like the swine that eat anything. You eat off of any person's plate. You eat any doctrine that come to you.
Anybody's house.
Eat out of anybody's house, anybody's hand. You got the attributes of an animal. You are not purified. You are not set apart. You know? And so when you look at that in the spiritual, that's dangerous because a pig will eat anything. Just oinking it up, oinking it up, eating whatever. But when we chewing this cud, we've been reading these same scriptures for years. We've ingested them. They're in us. But man, sometimes that word got to come back up and you got to dissect it a little bit more. And year by year, we're looking at the Day of Atonement. Every time I come around, hey, look, we chewing the cud. We getting more out of it. And that's how it should be with these scriptures. Because somebody say, "Oh man, I didn't read the Bible front and back." All right, cool. What did you get out of it though? You see what I'm saying? You gotta continuously go through these things, continuously rehearse, and continuously seek understanding from Yahuwah, and not lean on your own understanding, so it could be a benefit to you. So, I just wanted to look at that though. You know what I mean? Because appetite have a lot to do with this. And right now, yeah, we afflicting our souls, so we're just basically ignoring our appetite. But your appetite, man, is gonna either make or break you. You can put all that work in at the gym and think you want results, but until you get that appetite together, you're not gonna have them results that you're seeking for on a appearance level. I at least say that. You may be saying, "Man, I'm lifting more weight than ever. Well, I'm running farther than I've ever ran. I'm tearing boys up on the court. But man, I can't get this belly fat off me." Well, your appetite ain't changed. And that's just what it's gonna be. But we're just gonna finish off here in Leviticus 23 and 26. But all praises to the Most High, man. He brought us through another one, and it wasn't grievous, man. I'm telling you, I mean, I ain't even feeling it now. I say I probably a little bit earlier today, got a little weak, probably, to where I probably would have been drinking some water around that time, or some pineapple juice or something.
It was voluntary, not involuntary.
Yeah.
Not like you were sick and you couldn't eat or
Mm-hmm.
drink anything. We chose to do this because we knew that it was a commanded day to do it.
Yup.
And we did it. And soon we're going to conquer it.
Oh, man,
All
we're going to
praise to the
have
Most
all
High.
praises.
And we're going to come together like the script say.
Yes, sir. And it's just like you said, you could look back and say, dang, well, at least I did better part this year, than last year. Most High willing, just keep on growing in them areas that you was once weaker in. But it's all about putting that effort in, and then shoot, one day you'll be mentoring somebody through their fast. Saying, hey, look, man, we could make it. And to the point where, we could pray all day. We could huddle up all day, hit scriptures all day, So that's pretty much, our President Most High was able to start this day off at the evening with the with the coatees that come through, and we was able to even start studying on this. And then, we closing it out with the brethren and fellowshipping with the Mishpaka, and just hallelujah.
Yeah.
So we're in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 at verse 26. And this is the commanded feast. This is the Day of Atonement. It's and Yahuwah spake unto Musa, saying, also in the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. And it shall be in set apart convocation, so are coming together unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. Now this is the part that we was really studying on, and what would go on is there was a whole lot of sacrificing that had to go on in a very particular way, and the high priest would have to go into the Holy of Holies, and before he even did that, he had to make certain sacrifices. He had to make certain sacrifices a certain way for himself and for his family, for his household, because he could not approach Yahuwah any type of manner. So what that showed me is, get yourself together before you go to the king. You don't come to the king just dressed any kind of way. You don't come to the king smelling any type of way. You don't come to the king in not being sober. You don't go to the courthouse like that. So don't come to Yahuwah as if he got to accept, because the church said, come as you are, come as you are. No, get your mind right and then come. You might be messed up right now, right? But get your mind right and then come holler at him. Sober up and then come holler at them. Don't come drunk. Don't come high. You know what I'm saying? Don't come lustful eye everywhere because it's gonna be so. No matter where you at, it's gonna be something to look at. But if you know, let's say you facing 25 to life up, and you sitting there in the courtroom, and that stallion, just your type, just your height, just your curvaceous walk in. Do you think you about to be worried about any of them curves while this judge is about to sit here and
Your life is hanging on by a thread.
by a thread?
Huh?
I don't think I'm even gonna have to even. Yo, you. So come to the Father like that, like you in the courtroom, man. It don't matter what little floozy walk by here. It don't matter what hunk hubba hubba for the women. You got the Baywatch body. You know, nothing about to turn your head from your whore. Come correct. That's how the priests have to come, man. They have to come correct because if they went up in there and if they did not do these things just as he told them, they was dead on the spot. They was dead on the spot. You're going into the holy of holies, they call it, the set apart of the set apart. All right. At verse 28. It says, and ye shall do no work in that same day. So that's what we've been telling y'all. It's a no work day. You shall do no work in that same day. And then they shut down the government. Like they know something that a lot of folks might not know.
Like the Jews said it's time to close down. We closing down.
They said, hey, look, even we ain't about to play with this one.
Mm-hmm.
For it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Yahuwah your Elohim. And check this out. For whatsoever soul, whatsoever nafash, whatsoever being, whatsoever appetite it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Did you keep the day of atonement? Nah, I ain't done. All right, well, you got to go. You cut off from amongst the people. Did you keep the day of atonement? Nah, I ain't feel like doing it this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, man, shoot. You feel me? Man, he know my heart. Yeah, he know your heart is
cut off.
oh, okay.
So,
At verse 30, it say, and whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. So he said he'll destroy that. If you do the work, he gonna destroy that soul from among his people. So, you know, this is serious business. Serious business. You didn't meet your appointment. It said, ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings, in all your homes. So he didn't say, man, you're going to do this until the Messiah comes. He said, you're going to do this forever. Forever, ever. He said, it shall be unto you a Shabbat of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. So they're saying that the 9th day, so let's say we're on the 9th day. Once it gets up to the evening, that's when you're going to start, which technically becomes the 10th day. Then it says, from even unto even shall ye celebrate your Shabbat. See? From even to even, which is the evening, these Babylon streets. Because he said even. Even is evening in biblical terms. Verse 33, and Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Yasharal, saying, so this is the 10th day of the 7th month. The next thing he told him was to speak to them concerning the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto Yahuwah. And we're going to stop right there. So that's what's coming up next, right? Is the Feast of Sukkot. So these are the Feast of Yahuwah. And I believe, we're going to end off at Hebrew chapter 10.
10 or
10 and 1. Yeah, wrong for remind me. So you know, the next feast to come up, appointed time, is the Feast of Tabernacles, and most high willing, we'll be able to explain that here in the near future. Verse 1 of Hebrews, Abarim, chapter 1. Chapter, I'm in the wrong chapter, Huck. Chapter 10, verse 1. Let me get there. And it reads, for the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offer year by year, continually make the comers thereunto perfect. For then would they have not ceased to be offered. So if those offerings could make the sinner perfect, then man, they would just kept having to do that. Because that the worshipers once purged should have had no more conscience of sin. So once I offer this bullock, this turtle dove, this ram, this goat, once I offer these things up, I shouldn't be doing the same things no more. I shouldn't have no conscience of sin no more. So I shouldn't have to keep on sacrificing these things. Because obedience is better than sacrifice. Yet, year after year, they had to come into the Holy of Holies. Year after year, they had to burn the incense in there. Year after year, they had to sacrifice the goat, the bullock. They had to do these rituals.
Unblemished too.
Unblemished. They had to see, we didn't go through all of that. Most High willing, we'll go through it at some other time. But man, they even to take the doo-doo out and burn the doo-doo, they said nothing remained. And then, they had to send a scapegoat out. So it was all of these rituals. And, we got plenty of people that have gave their testimonies on how serious that the Yahudim took this. Real quick, this is Philo. They call him Philo, Philo. And this is what he spoke on with the Day of Atonement. This is on BibleGateway.com. It's a Atonement Day. Day of Covering, and that's one thing we didn't tell y'all. That's what it means. It will also be called Yom Kippurim, Day of Atonements. Day of Atonements, or the Day of Atonement. So the Kippur is a covering, like over the Ark of the Covenant. No, you don't got it up.
That's right there. Bring that truck. Gold.
The pure gold joint, the Ark.
The statue.
Yeah. All right. I'm even feeling the So this would be a representation of it. Come on, heavy. And this is what this would be in the Holy of Holies. There's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, but this is what it was though. The Kippurat would be this lid or the mercy seat. I don't know if it come off.
Right in the middle. No, on top. The whole top come
Oh, okay. So the mercy seat. And they would sprinkle the blood on it 7 times. And then I think right in front of it. These are we just going through some of the practices that they had to do on this day. And if they didn't do it correctly, the priest died. He died. and Israel's sins ain't atoned for that whole year. Then they gotta wait till the next year. Yup. So you walking around like, man, I don't think I'm gonna go that close to the edge because I ain't been atoned for this year, so I can't die this year.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They couldn't die that year if they didn't get atoned for. They doomed. But now that's why we're here in Hebrews 10, because to give you a little bit of comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the Most High gonna whip you, but then he gonna give you some comfort. So you know it was hard back then, and this should give you some appreciation for the Mashiach. This is verse 1. It says, "For the law having a shadow of good things to come." Right? Got a shadow of good things to come. I mean, I can make my offerings, I can atone for my sins and stuff. I gotta do it this type of way though, but it's a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things. This is not exactly how it's gonna be when we get to the end, right? But this is a way of showing us and teaching us of how we ought to be getting to where we got to get to. Can never with those sacrifices which they offer year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. So this could never make you perfect. Those bullocks, sprinkling the blood on the mercy seat, um, you know, none of that could sending the scapegoat out into the wilderness. None of that could make the comers thereunto perfect. Verse 2, for then would they not have ceased to be offered, because that the worshippers once purged should have had no more conscience of sin. But in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls or goats should take away sins. We ain't gonna be here all night. I really want to go to it, but we ain't gonna. If you go to Leviticus chapter 16, it'll tell you about why he's talking about the bulls and the goats. That's what I'm telling you about. They would have two goats, and they would take one of the goats and the other goat cast lots. You know, so casting lots is like us rolling dice, or somebody said, I think Cody Mix said, or like drawing straws, right? Kind of like a paper rock scissors. You're casting your lot, you know, hey, look, where whoever got the most fortune on their side at this time. So one of the goats, the lot of Yahuwah fall on, and the other one, the scapegoat, right? So that sacrifice one, and then take the scapegoat, and then he get blessed by the high priest, and then sent out into the wilderness. All right. So it's kind of like he putting the sins of the people on that goat and sending them out in the wilderness. And then they would do this the sacrifice with the bull, and take the bull with the hide, take the whole body of the bull out of the sanctuary, take it the doo-doo, all of that, and burn it. Everything gets burned. Usually an offering like sin offerings and things like that, portions of it would be given to the priest to eat. Uh, you know, portions would be given to some of the people to eat, but the priests will have the good parts, right? The priests will have the good parts. I think they usually burn the fat because that go to Yahuwah. It's a sweet smelling savory unto Yahuwah. You feel me? So you know, this is a usual sacrifice, but on this day, these sacrifices they don't get ate. They get burnt up. It say at verse 5, wherefore when he cometh into the world, he saith, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared for me. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin, thou hast had no pleasure. You see that? We done been doing all these burnt offerings and sacrifices, and he ain't even took no pleasures in them. We've been fasting, we've been doing all this stuff. He ain't had no pleasures in it. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O Elohim. That's Mashiach talking. Above when he said, sacrifice and offering and burnt offerings and offering for sin thou wouldest not, neither hast pleasure therein, which are offered by the law. Then said he, lo, I come to do thy will, O Elohim. he taketh away the first that he may establish the second. So he's saying we not under a part of the law now where we are having to go and slaughter a bull, right, or a goat. It said neither has pleasure in them which offer by law. He said, lo, I come to do thy will, O Elohim. He taketh away the first that he may establish the second. So he's standing in place of that. This is we're talking about the Mashiach. We're talking about Yahushua, who they call Jesus. He came to stand in place of the Bulak and all of that. That's why he had to get sacrificed on the Tar, on the cross, as they call it. That's the whole point of the death, burial, and resurrection. So you can get from under this part of the law because you ain't never going to be able to fulfill this. You know what I'm saying? There's going to have to be some type of mercy. There's going to have to be some type of grace. So he stepped in and said, hey, look, I'll be that sacrifice. Because the only way you can have a covenant is through blood. It says, by the which will we are sanctified through the offering, okay, of the body of Mashiach, Yahushua, once for all. So once and for all, once he did that, that was the offering that's going to stand. So we got to always go back and reference that offering of the death, the burial, and the resurrection of the Mashiach. We have to reverence that. It says, and every priest standeth daily ministering and offering oftentimes in the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins, forever sat down on the right hand of Elohim. So he has made a sacrifice that's going to stand forever. Then he sat down on the right hand of Yahuwah Elohim, for henceforth expecting till his enemies be made his footstool. So he's posted up waiting. He waiting for the word. Hey, go get him, son. It's time. For by one offering he hath perfected forever them that are sanctified, whereof the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, we don't deal with no ghost, also is a witness to us, for after that he had said before, okay? And then it says, this is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, said Yahuwah. All right, so this is the covenant he's going to make with them. I will put my laws in their hearts, and in their minds will I write them. All right, and their sins and iniquities will I remember no more. Now, where remission of these is, there is no more offering for sin. So all praises to the Most High Yahuwah. That explains to us why you don't see, you see, I don't know what some Hebrews do. Some Hebrews might go and get them a bullock or a goat. I don't know, but this right here telling us we don't have to do that, right? Now the only time I really see it in the scriptures telling us we gotta do certain things with the Passover. That's the Passover. You get the lamb. Get the lamb, eat the lamb, and have the festivities. So all praises to the Most High, man. We're gonna say Happy Yom Kippur. We made it through. I believe that sun is about to set. All praises, man.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.